In this section, we will talk about the adaptive immunity before moving ahead to its two subclassifications known as humoral mediated immune response and cell-mediated immune response. The humoral mediated immune response is carried out by B lymphocytes, while the latter is carried by T lymphocytes. General properties. The adaptive immune response is slower than the innate response. Adaptive immunity is also known as acquired immunity. It is specific, has memory, and acts against pathogens with help of lymphocytes. Adaptive immunity is an immunity that occurs after exposure to an antigen, either from a pathogen or a vaccination. Before moving on, let's look at the constituents that make up the adaptive immune response possible. As mentioned before, there are two types of adaptive responses. The cell-mediated immune response, which is carried out by T cells, and the humoral immune response, which is controlled by activated B cells and antibodies. Macrophages, dendritic cells, natural killer cells, T lymphocytes, helper T cell, CD4, cytotoxic T cells, and B lymphocytes, B cells, plasma cells, antibodies, memory cells. As you can see, the components of two types of the adaptive immune response are different from one another. Let's start by looking into the humoral immunity. The humoral mediated immune response is carried out by B lymphocytes. B cell activation occurs upon the interaction of the B cell antigen receptor, BCR, with CD4 T cells, leading to cell activation. Once activated, the B cells rapidly divide. They have the same antigen on the cell surface as the one that was first presented on the macrophage. These activated cells differentiate into plasma cells and memory cells. Plasma cells are large and secrete soluble immunoglobulins or antibodies. These antibodies are specific and bind with a pathogen that has a recognizable antigen. We will discuss some of the characteristic features of antibodies before moving ahead. An antibody is also known as an immunoglobulin, is denoted as Ig. It is the soldier of the immune system that recognizes and binds the antigen to fight off foreign invaders or pathogens. They are made up of different peptide chains. The simplest antibody molecule has a Y shape and consists of 4 polypeptide chains, 2 light chains or L chains, and 2 heavy chains or H chains. The terms light and heavy refer to their molecular weight in the range of 25,000 Daltons and 50,000 to 70,000 Daltons respectively. There are 2 types of light chains, denoted by kappa and lambda. The heavy chain contributes to FCC and FEAB regions, while the light chain contributes only to the FEAB region. The 4 chains are linked by disulfide bonds. An individual antibody molecule always consists of identical H chains and identical L chains. L and H chains are subdivided into variable and constant regions. Light chain consists of 1 variable VL and 1 constant CL domain. Most heavy chains consist of 1 variable BH and 3 constant CH domains. Antibodies work in 2 ways. One, they inhibit the pathogenic activity and draw the macrophages. As we know, macrophages eat up the pathogen through phagocytosis. There are different classes of antibodies that exist in an organism. You can check out our video on antibody structure and function to get an in-depth knowledge about them. Coming back to the cells involved in the humoral immune response. Some B lymphocytes differentiate into B memory cells capable of anamnestic response. Keep in mind that this anamnestic response or memory is not specific for just the humoral arm of the adaptive immune response, but during cell-mediated immunity, T8 memory cells also develop. For convenience, we will discuss the anamnestic response with respect to both B and T cells here. We can simply explain the anamnestic response in terms of a subsequent exposure to that same antigen results in a more rapid production of antibodies, produced in greater amounts and produced for a longer period. A little side note, in case of the cell-mediated immunity, the anamnestic response, or repeated exposure to same antigen results in a more rapid and longer production of cytotoxic T lymphocytes, CTLs, a more rapid and longer production of T4 lymphocytes, and triggering of nonspecific innate immune responses. As a result, the immune response of a person improves with repeated exposure, as the invading pathogen is instantly recognized by the memory cells, and a cell-mediated response is triggered rapidly. The triggering of the innate response also helps greatly in the host's defense. It is further subdivided into primary, 1 degree, and secondary, 2 degrees responses. After the primary exposure to an antigen, there is an inductive period of generally several days to a week, when no measurable antibodies are detected in the serum. This is the period when the antigen is being exposed to immunocompetent cells, being processed by APCs, and B lymphocytes are differentiating into plasma cells and B memory cells. This is the primary response. Because of the memory cells, however, a second exposure to the same antigen results in more antibodies being made faster for a longer period, as shown in the secondary response. This is the humoral mediated arm of adaptive immunity.
Explore our extensive library of over 1,800 video lectures to learn about a wide range of topics. Only on sqadia.com.